Hello, everyone. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is not a normal video. I just wanted to let you guys know what I am thinking regarding continuing this YouTube channel or not, or what's up. So, last you heard from me in my development log, I was continuing my work on A Lily from the Lightless Water, and first things first, I suppose I should say that development on A Lily from the Lightless Water is going well, although things are not going according to what I initially planned, which does segue pretty well into my thoughts on continuing with YouTube or not. I made this channel quite a while ago at this point, a few years ago, and in my mind, it just made sense to me that I would use YouTube as a way to try to grow an audience, that these development videos would generate interest and so on. And to a degree, I think it has led to that. I also wanted to make those development videos because I was wanting to help hold myself accountable, and it's way easier to not goof off when you're like, okay, I need to report in every month. But really, there's a few things here. So, first of all, even after a few years of doing this, these videos don't get many views, and that's fine. But, if the idea was that I would be, growing an audience, it's like, well, it's not really growing that much. It's pretty darn small, especially compared to when I do finish a game and I release it on Steam. It gets like hundreds of views, and you guys know already that when I release a game, I release it on Steam. So you can literally just look for it on Steam, and I am putting a link in the description where you guys will be able to see all of the games that I release on Steam. So feel free to check that out whenever you want. It should work for past, present, and future games that I release on Steam. So it should be fine for regardless of when you view this video, as long as Steam is still a thing. That said, though, I'm not planning on pursuing I'm not really planning on releasing my games on itch anymore. The way that Steam works is that you actually need to meet a threshold of like money that your sales earn in order to get payouts from Steam. So it sort of incentivizes you to be like, okay, if I'm dividing my platforms that I'm releasing it on, like if someone buys something on itch, that could have been a sale for Steam, which could have been the next step toward a payout, if you know what I mean. So I don't really see much point in dividing the sales when I could just release it on Steam and get 100% of those profits being towards next payouts. Although itch is nice in its own way because it doesn't need, there's not really that big of a payout threshold, if there is one at all. It's way smaller. So, and itch does have strengths over Steam because, okay, uh, I'll put my itch link in the description as well. Mainly in the future, I will be using itch if, for some reason or another, Steam doesn't like my game. Like maybe they think it's a little bit too risque, or it has themes that they don't like, and then they just decide to ban it and then not let me upload it on Steam. Then I'll upload it on itch. But I don't really foresee that being a problem. Although I do know that it has been a problem for people in the past. It seems to kind of fall a little bit randomly, especially if it's in the visual novel sphere, there's a trend of having characters in high school, And as far as I understand, Steam is like basically allergic to that. They see a school uniform, they ban it. That's my understanding. So, I'm not really attracted to the school theme, but like in the future, if I do release something that's like school related, it might only be seen on itch. But as for, games that don't just arbitrarily get banned on Steam, I'm not really planning on using itch. I'm planning on just releasing stuff on Steam because it has way, way more views. It literally has like upwards of like 10 or 20 times the views. And those are all potential customers. So just makes sense to me. But that's sort of beside the point. I just wanted to make this video mostly to tell you guys that I want to pursue making visual novels, and I'm going to continue to do so. But I don't really care about like YouTube. Every once in a while in the past, I would think about like doing something more with the YouTube channel, and I have a few videos up here already where that I've made in the past where I was just sort of sharing my views on things like visual novel like design in terms of like story or coding stuff. Like it's weird to me that, for example, some visual novels like really lock maybe even strong story behind like a whole bunch of arbitrary labyrinthine like stuff that you need to just go through this crap just to get on with the story, even though you're there already and you're interested in the story, so why can't you just read the story? um so every once in a while I would make videos sharing my opinions, but like I don't really feel the need to have a YouTube channel. um So I won't have one. That's what it comes down to. And thank you guys for your support and your interest and everything. But part of why I'm wanting to just focus on visual novels and not have this YouTube channel thing is because like in the first place, I don't feel like I need it because like I said, one of the reasons I was making this YouTube channel in the first place was to try to sort of hold myself accountable and kick myself in the butt to make sure that I get my stuff done. But I'm already like in this, I'm already doing stuff. I don't need like some other thing to hold me accountable. Another thing is that because I'm figuring stuff out, this is a very sort of messy artistic process. And I don't like a lot of the time I'll make an update video and then even just a few days later or a week later or something, my plans going forward will change. Like before, I was saying, for example, that A Lily from the Lightless Water would be all CGs, and then I was saying that it would be normal, just some CGs and like then flat backgrounds and sprites. And now, as of recording it, I'm thinking it'll be all CGs again, which is part of why the production is being different and taking longer than I initially thought in that video. And for example, also I was saying that, oh, after A Lily from the Lightless Slaughter, I plan on working on this project, like this next project, Ethereal Overflow, but maybe I will work on that one next, or maybe I'll work on another project next. I have some other ideas of things that I'd like to do, and I just want to be free to like brainstorm and figure out what I'm doing without you guys being involved in the brainstorming process and feeling like, oh, this guy said that he would do something and he's not doing it, even though the result is that I am making visual novels, so I'm going in the direction that I want to go in, and I don't really care that much about futzing over the details. But, when you take other people into the creative process, they expect you to understandably, well, do what you're saying, right? in a more specific sense. And I would just like to be able to feel free to brainstorm and figure out my own process without worrying about people that I'm unnecessarily bringing into the fold with my creative endeavors. I'm going to be making visual novels and I'll be releasing them on Steam, and you guys know that. So, Steam link is in the description. I do not plan on using itch, but the itch link is in the description. Maybe in the future there will be something that's banned on Steam that I can't release on Steam, so you can check on itch. And if it's banned on Steam, it'll be on itch, but mostly I'm just wanting it to be on Steam as like a solo platform. Like I'm not really planning on using itch at all, just Steam. Um, and yeah, I hope you guys understand. I think there are a lot of people who make things that don't feel the need to kind of arbitrarily have update videos that like pull a bunch of people into the process. It does seem arbitrary. I don't think I need it. Um, I'm gonna have fun making visual novels without worrying about a bunch of people's opinions or without worrying about contradicting details that I've said in the past. I'm just gonna make stuff, and you guys likewise will just be able to, enjoy the visual novels when they are done. They'll be, you know where they will be. So, uh, and yeah, you won't be like getting upset because I'm doing something slightly different or largely different even than I said. It makes sense to just show you guys the end product. Um, but yeah, also another reason I don't want to do YouTube is because it's like it really does just sort of boil down to like I want to be a maker of things, like a maker of visual novels. I don't want to be a YouTuber. I don't really care about YouTube. And frankly, I feel like this modern conception that we have, like as normal people, like the culture that we're in seems to think that it's just a hot thing to do, like a popular thing to do to be like, okay, what you're supposed to do is you as one person or maybe several people are supposed to grow some sort of public audience of strangers online and put yourself more and more like uh under the like how do I put it? Well, it's sort of like an entrepreneurial thing, but it's like, look, I don't want to worry about serving an ever growing YouTube audience. I don't really care. You know what I mean? I don't think that's really healthy to put that on so many shoulders, especially young shoulders. Sometimes these people are really young, like 16 or something, and they're like, "Oh, I need to satisfy this growing viewer YouTube audience." And it's like, I don't know, that seems really kind of unhealthy, don't you think? You should just be able to like live your life without worrying about algorithms or satisfying like large groups of strangers for like I mean, come on. Uh so I'm not really attracted to YouTube. Obviously I understand that like as I make visual novels, I will be growing an audience of strangers, like I said, like similar to YouTube, but that's an audience of people who are there to enjoy stories. You know what I mean? It feels different. Maybe that doesn't make much sense. I think I'm rambling a little bit, but I just sort of wanted to share my thoughts with you guys because this is going to be my last video up on here. I don't feel like I need it to help hold me accountable. I'm already doing stuff. I don't feel like I need people to be in the fold of my creative brainstorming processes. And there's also not much to say anyway. The only thing to say in update videos is basically, hey, I'm working on stuff. Well, duh. I am working on stuff. Do I really need to keep on telling you guys? I mean, can't I just work on stuff and then I finish it and then you guys will be like, oh, he finished it? I mean, that seems much more reasonable. Um, so yeah, I hope this video is not too crass. I just have had some things on my mind, and I wanted to let you guys know I'm not going to be continuing doing YouTube. That also, by the way, I'm not going to be doing, well, YouTube in any form, no updates in any form, uh, because you guys can and will end up seeing the work if you seek it out anyway when it's done. So I don't really see the point. Um, Especially when I could just not worry about it. And I know it's like a little psychological thing, but it does help me make stuff and help my mental health, not worrying that I'm like disappointing like an audience of people by like contradicting something I've said in a previous update video, and then I'm going in a slightly different direction or largely different direction. Anyway, I've talked long enough. I hope you guys understand, and take care, you guys. I will be working on projects in whatever order I want, but when my projects are done, they will be on Steam. And if like months and months pass, and for some reason, like if like 6 months or well, I don't even want to say how long these projects will take because I don't know. I'm figuring this stuff out for myself. I have some ideas, but a lot of the time when I report my ideas to you guys later, I go on to find that, oh, I was just wrong. It takes more time than I think, or I'm going in a slightly different direction. But my point is, if you're looking for my stuff on Steam and it's not there, maybe you can also check itch, because maybe Steam just arbitrarily banned it. Okay, you guys. Take care. And thanks for your viewership over the years. Maybe I should also say that I am planning on uh, one of the earliest, or the earliest videos that I have on here were me working on a project called A Castle on an Island. And I'm not saying when I will finish that, but it hasn't been forgotten, and it is something that I still want to make. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Okay. You guys take care.